Zap 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 Lightning. Zap Zap Lightning. Lightning.
Hello everybody, we've recently had some new 2026 LEGO Star Wars leaks which I'll be talking about today. Kicking things off, we have the 75451 Hutt Palace Sentry Droid Showdown. It'll cost $50, have 415 pieces, and release on August 1st. It's meant to be based on the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie, so its accuracy can't be determined yet. However, it looks to be a generally good set. First, looking at the minifigures, we have an amazing lineup. The updated Mandalorian and Grogu minifigures are top notch, especially Grogu with his new torso design, but the standouts by far are Embo and his pet Anuba named Kibu. This is the first time we've had Embo in 15 years, and LEGO did not disappoint. LEGO spared no expense detailing Embo, who has great foot, leg, and hip printing, excellent torso and face prints, and his signature hat, which itself also has printing, which is great to see considering LEGO usually wouldn't add that level of detail. Similarly great is his pet Anuba named Kibu. It's a molded piece and absolutely fits the bill as an Anuba, as well as having excellent printing. Overall, this is a top quality minifigure selection and I don't have any complaints. Looking at the build itself now, it's supposed to be some sort of Sentry droid, and while its accuracy is undetermined, it looks reasonably well designed. The build is more than likely solid, and it seems to be a good representation of some low-level enemy the Mandalorian will probably have to battle for a minute or two. It even has a feature to store Grogu in the back, suggesting that in the movie the Sentry droid will either capture Grogu or be controlled by him at some point. Overall, this set is definitely carried by its minifigure selection. For $50, I don't quite know if it's worth it, but what I can definitely say is that the minifigure selection is phenomenal. Next up on the list, we have the 75459 Imperial Shuttle. It'll cost $140, have 961 pieces, and will be released on June 1st. It'll be based on the finale of The Mandalorian Season 2, and I have some mixed feelings about it. The included minifigures here are quite rudimentary, to be honest, with just the Mandalorian, Dr. Pershing, Moff Gideon, an Imperial pilot, and a Stormtrooper. For a set based on the ending set piece of one of the largest pieces of Star Wars media in the past decade, it's kind of disappointing it didn't include other characters who are present such as Koska Reeves and Bo-Katan Kryze, especially considering the $140 price tag. Of the included minifigures though, I have nothing bad to say as all of them are top quality. Looking at the shuttle itself now, while I don't mean to call it mediocre, it looks just like an Imperial shuttle. That is to say, it is above average, but since LEGO have basically mastered making Imperial shuttles at this point, this one, just as previous ones, is great. It looks almost exactly like an Imperial shuttle. The wings can bend and the design has a good mix of tiled and non-tiled off exterior parts. The one sticking point of course will be if all the minifigures can fit inside of the set, and hopefully they will. Looking at pictures of the interior though, it does appear there's enough space, so that's probably going to be a non-issue. Overall, it's a solid set. If not worth $140, it's still a genuinely great new rendition of the Imperial shuttle. Next up on our list, we've got the 75458 Imperial Remnant AT-RT driver helmet. It'll cost $70, have 775 pieces, and release on June 1st. With this helmet's release, we see the survival of the helmet line, which was up to now thought to be ended, but it looks like it's just about surviving into 2026. This helmet is pretty much as good as it can get for a LEGO helmet. Compared to the actual helmet, it has a nice degree of accuracy, and LEGO, as per usual, have improved with adding the curved and round edges that a helmet like this one entails. The bottom and top of the helmet are both built out well, with the visor and breathing section integrated in too. It does seem a bit squished for how tall it is vertically, but that's not a large issue. Overall, it's a good helmet, and if you're interested in display sets, it's definitely worth picking up. Finally on our list of sets, we have the 75461 Buildable Darth Vader. It'll cost $100, have 1028 pieces, and release on June 1st. My first thoughts on this set are that it looks great with some ridiculous flaws though. Starting off with the good, it is absurdly amazing to be getting a basically giant minifigure version of Darth Vader. As cartoonish as it sounds like it would be, it just about works. Everything from the helmet down is top-notch quality, looking like a great minifigure with excellent brick build and stickered torso detailing. The cape as well is amazing to see, and we can now see where LEGO's budget for capes went after cheaping out on so many earlier this year, where they only included half capes for many small minifigures. It appears they were just saving up all that cloth to make giant capes for Darth Vader. The legs and arms are completely mobile as well, which is a great feature to have. Looking at the helmet now, it looks great for the most part, except for the fact that his eyes look ridiculously flat and sunken in. If I didn't know better, you could say Vader was wearing shades or he hasn't slept in a week. It's disappointing to see that happen on an otherwise great build, but it's impossible to ignore. There is no Darth Vader minifigure included, but that's fine since this is just in fact a giant Darth Vader minifigure itself. While I think overall that this set is good, it's curious that LEGO are releasing it alongside the Darth Vader bust, since they seem like they would compete against each other, but I guess LEGO must have some sort of plan. If they don't, I'm sure we'll see it with how their sales go over the next few months. Overall, I have a quite positive opinion of this set. While maybe not for $100, anybody interested in display sets should definitely take a look at this one as well. Alright everyone, that is everything for today's video. Tell me your thoughts on these new 2026 LEGO Star Wars leaks in the comment section down below. Which of these sets is your favorite? What is the biggest new minifigure of this wave? Pun intended. Do you plan on getting any of them? And one last thing before you leave, please remember to hit the subscribe button, ring the notifications bell, and leave a like on the video. Bye!